So this slide gives you an idea of the type of allegations that are in a license complaint. Obviously, this screen does not show every single type of allegation that someone can accuse you of if they file a complaint against your license, but it does give you the main allegations and the most common allegations that are in license complaints. NSO is one of the largest insurers of nurses, and they conducted a survey to determine what are some of the most common allegations in a license complaint. As you can see, professional misconduct is the most common allegation in a license complaint, at least according to NSO's survey. Medication administration errors are number 2, improper treatment and care are number 3, and abuse or violating a patient's rights are number 4. Those are the top 4 allegations in a license complaint. So we're going to just focus on professional misconduct since that is the most common allegation in a license complaint. Professional misconduct is a very broad term that covers a lot of different alleged behaviors. I'm going to give you just some examples of professional misconduct. Number 1, the nurse came to work impaired. The nurse was very unprofessional in their communications. The nurse stole something from a patient. The nurse took some medications home and committed diversion, medication diversion. The nurse got into some type of altercation with a coworker or a patient. Those are examples of professional misconduct claims that can happen actually while you're practicing. But what you need to understand is someone can accuse you of professional misconduct when you're not practicing. For example, the nurse was at a party and took a bottle and hit somebody in the back with the bottle. That's a nurse, and they should know better, and they shouldn't be conducting themselves that way. That could be a claim that someone can make in a complaint. So it doesn't only cover your conduct in the workplace, but it can also cover your conduct outside the workplace depending on what that conduct is. Again, anyone can file a license complaint against you. And because of that, you can be accused of acting unprofessionally in work, in the work setting, or outside the work setting. And that's something that you should just be aware of. Now, to my earlier point about knowing how to access the Nurse Practice Act, which is the Georgia law that governs your practice, and being familiar with it, you don't obviously have to remember it. There's no way you can remember it. I practice law and I don't remember it, but you should be very familiar with it. Obviously, I'm very familiar with what it says, but you should know where it is if you need it. There is a section in the Nurse Practice Act that covers what is considered unprofessional conduct. And that section alone, printed, is probably about 3 to 4 pages of all the different examples of what is unprofessional conduct. So if you go to the Georgia Board of Nursing's website, you can pull up the Nurse Practice Act and you can read it for yourself. And I actually want you to do that exercise. So I didn't put anything on the screen related to that because it's a good practice point for you to do, to know where to access it, to pull it up, to just look for what is considered unprofessional conduct, and just read it so you can kind of know what's expected of you and what Georgia law says you should and should not be doing as a registered nurse.